A few days ago, 215 First Nations children's remains were found in BC. That 215 remains just add up to the hundreds of thousands of other remains that have already been found. This was a genocide. Innocent children died all because they needed to change. Why couldn't they be themselves? Why was being them so wrong? We, as Canadians, need to show the First Nations community that they are not alone and that we are here for them. They need to be showed that they are loved and that they are cared for. Here's a poem. This is their land, this is their home. They are a people, they have hope. They are scared, they feel alone. This is Canada, this is their home. They deserve reassurance, they deserve more. We let them down, we need to give them hope. Years they cried, years they were overlooked. This is Canada, this is their home. They are not forgotten, they are not alone. It's time for change, it's time to rebuild. It's time to be a great nation that we always proclaim to be. We sing, "O Canada, we stand on guard for thee." We are taught not only to protect this land, but the people who made it. This is their home, this is their land. This Friday, June 4th, at 11 a.m., we're all going to meet at City Hall in Hamilton, Ontario. We are going to be making posters. We're going to line them up in respect to the 215 children that did lose their lives. This was an unfortunate situation. We need to show these people who built this land from the ground up that we are here for them. Their children were taken away from them. They were hurt physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. For years upon years, many of them died. Many of them cried out for help. They cried to the government, and they were overlooked. We are in 2020. It's time for change. We need to stand up for them. We need to stand up. We need to make it known that they are loved and that we are here for them. 2021 means change. 2021 means we're going to stand up for everyone who can't stand up for themselves. We're going to be the voices for those that are right now being overheard. They're being overlooked for many different reasons. And we need to show them that we are here for them. We need to educate those who are uneducated. In school, we are taught a decent amount. But when you do your own research, you find out how sad their stories are. We found out how tortured they were. We found out that they were taken away from their culture. They were taken away from their family, their homes, their loved ones, to change. My question is, why did they need to change? Who was it benefiting if they changed? And what's so wrong with being you? What's so wrong with being a First Nation child? What's so wrong with being a First Nation person in general? Those are questions many other people have today. But I'm out here asking each and every one of you if you will come out and support them. If you will come out, take time out of your day to show them that they are loved, that they are going to be remembered, that hundreds of thousands of bodies that are being found, that have already been found, they need to know that they are gone now, but they've made history. We need to teach generations upon generations what did happen in Canada. Canada has an ugly past, and we're not here to bash them on it. We're here to educate people so that we do not relive that past. It could be for the First Nations. It could be for an African Canadian, African American. It could be for an Asian person. It could be somebody who feels that they don't belong. All because of the standards that we are taught in school, in society. We need to overlook those standards. We're here to break those rules. We're here to break those barriers. It's 2021. We need to wake up. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are, how old, who you are. It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter your background. You need to just be a human that has a heart. And realize that there's mothers and fathers and grandmothers, grandfathers, siblings who are out here crying because that could have been their sibling, or that is their sibling that couldn't make it out of there. They're Indigenous children, First Nation children, who till this day, 80-something years old, 70 years old, that still have fear if somebody yells at them, that still has fear to sleep in the dark. Imagine the fear, the PTSD that they have to live with for the rest of their life, all because that they didn't fit the standard of what a Canadian child should be. Take a moment to realize, to reflect on yourself. Take a moment to reflect on what you have that they couldn't have. We have everything that we have till this day, and they couldn't. They suffered it. They didn't get a childhood. Young children were gone there. Young children went to these residential schools. They couldn't have a childhood. They were forced to grow up. They were forced to work in fields. They were forced to speak a different language that they didn't understand. They were forced to be somebody that they're not. Imagine living your life, living day by day, not knowing if you're going to make it to see the next day. They were tired. They cried out for help. They looked for help to people who we are taught are there to guide us and protect us. And they failed them. And the least we can do is apologize. The least we can do is stand up for them. The least we can do is show them that we are here for them. Now, my voice can only go so far, but imagine what voices of hundreds of thousands of people that come together can do. We can stand up for a community that's being overlooked right now. We can stand up for a community that lives in fear every day. We can only do so much, but the little that you can do to stand up for a group of people can mean the world to them. So, tomorrow, Friday, June 4th, at 11 a.m., bring your mask, wear orange, come in something that you're not scared to get paint on, and show that you are a human with heart. We are Canadians. We need to do better. We are a nation. We need to stand together and do better.